Hello and welcome to Drawing 2-Point Perspective with Mr. Matty. Today your objective is to draw in 2-point perspective with a pencil. Gotta use a pencil, it's gotta be sharp. Also, a ruler is needed or just a straight edge. Clear ones are extra easy to work with because you can kind of see more with them. You see right through them. Rationale. Why are we doing this? Why are we drawing in 2-point perspective? This skill, the skill of drawing in 2-point perspective, will enhance your understanding of life. It will change the way you walk down the street. It will change the way you see buildings around you. It's really interesting, and I wish I could just teach an entire year of this because it's so interesting to me. Your success criteria, let's say 4 panels drawn with at least, I don't know, let's say 6 to 10 cubes, depending on how well you're doing it. If you at least do 6, great. If you're getting it, flex a bit. Show me what you know. Draw at least 10. When you're done, you're going to photograph this and upload it to your digital portfolio. And that's my scoop. So let's get started. Let's fold this paper. It's 8.5 by 11. We'll fold it hamburger once. And we'll fold it again, hamburger twice. Now you have yourself a nice square grid to work off of. Now it's really important to start with a grid, or shall I say a panel, because it really helps you understand how your shapes are coming together. Okay, it's important that when you're drawing this at first, you want to keep things very vertical and horizontal where they need to be, because it's kind of like a bumper for you. It's a safety net, if you will. So, as always, we start with a few horizon lines. I'll start with one in the middle. I'll do one up top, and then one toward the bottom. And this is really a lens of a camera. Think of it as you're the cameraman. This is a view of a street. This is a street view. When things are level like this, it's just like level, right? Street view. This would be a tilt. This is a tilted view. And because the horizon line's so high, you're kind of tilting your camera down, right? It's almost if you're looking at your feet when you're walking. You might only see a little bit of the horizon. And I always like to put a little bit of a mountain in here, just so you can kind of get an idea for what we're working with. Sure, mountain with skies. This is my mountain back here. We'll pretend we're at the Salt Flats. This is a tilted up view. And this is us more with our eye in the sky. That's me. I tend to look at the clouds when I'm out taking a nice stroll. It's your world. You can do what you want with it, just like old Bobby Ross would say. So let's start with street view. We're going to zoom in right here, and we're going to start with 3 lines. All it takes is 3 vertical lines. Remember, vertical, think of a V plus a line equals up and down, and horizontal goes left and right, just like the letter H. See? H. Okay? And your horizon sounds like horizontal for a reason. It's flat. It's the left and right. We're going to start with 3 parallel lines and bring it inward, kind of toward the center. Mine's about 1 ruler width. It's like a little bit more than an inch. And I'm going to start with my vanishing points on the left and right part of my drawing, and the center line is where we always start our forms, and we're doing cubes right now because cubes are simple. We're going to make a little dot at the top and bottom. And we're going to connect our laser beams and play a little connect the dot. And these are called our search lines. I'm very lightly doing this because a lot of this gets erased. Now, I'm going a little quickly. You can feel free to take your time, but make sure you use a sharp pencil and keep it light. I regret putting these mountains in here so early. They're a little distracting. So watch this. I'm going to get rid of this horizon line because I have a cube here. Let's call it a building or a Minecraft object. I don't know what it is. But get rid of these lines, and suddenly, when you erase, you'll see that you're creating a cube or object, right? Maybe it's got a window in it. Don't cheat like me. Make sure you use a ruler. I have 2 more parallel lines, and watch this. I'll line up the top of these lines with my corresponding horizon line, and now I've got maybe a cool hole in the wall, or shall I say, maybe it's a lemonade stand, I don't know. Maybe it's a fallout shelter, I don't know. Maybe it's, what is this? You tell me. I don't know what this is. But you'll see that all these lines, yuck, that one's a little bit off. All these lines want to line up with my vanishing point. Everything else goes up and down. And there's really, in 2-point perspective, you have 3 places to go. Up and down, left and right, or toward one of your vanishing points. If it's not working out for you, change the vanishing point. Right? Oftentimes when we first start, we get confused on where to go. But make sure you always know where your horizon line is. In fact, I'll put that a little bit darker. And when I'm done, I like to kind of trace my my drawing to make it look like it makes more sense. Right? I'll hit it with a little bit of a heavier contour. Pew! Now this thing's jumping. So this looks a whole lot more realistic when you add a light source. So maybe this side's a little bit more shaded. And maybe it's casting a shadow. Voila. You have a cool looking building of sorts. Let's go over here. Let's play with our cube being below, and we're going to start with our lines well below our horizon line. Line here, we'll make it about a ruler wide, and we're getting started. Okay, it's not perfectly parallel, but that'll do for me. When we're first starting, we always want to put our vanishing points on the edge of our paper, all 2 of them, because this is 2-point perspective. And let's figure a place to make this start. I'll start toward the bottom down here. So I'll just start with a dot toward the bottom-ish of my page, and we got to play connect the dot. Pew! Now the more you do this, the more you realize I don't need to make this line go all the way back here. But sometimes when you're first learning, it's helpful just to keep a light trace so your mind is getting used to this new game, the game of perspective. And I'll erase that just a little bit because I'm learning. Okay, let's bring this up, not too much. Just bring it up like 2 fingers because you don't have a whole lot of space. About 2 finger widths, make a dot. So now we have a V. Okay, got my dot. I'm going to bring my V from the left. I'm going to connect it. And then I get a little light over here. Erase that a little bit. And I think you can start to see what's starting to happen. I'll lighten this up a little bit. Now here's the fun part. Here's where things get crazy. Okay, you have this airplane looking shape. Let's erase these because they're kind of distracting. Below. Now watch this. Pew! Pew! On the top left and right corner of my airplane looking shape, we're going to go to the opposite pew, horizon line, or sorry, vanishing point. Pew. Now that looks silly. Why don't we just go ahead and erase these extra lines? Erase that, and you have yourself a solid cube in space. And the first time I remember drawing one of these was just so mind-blowing to me. I remember literally just having an out loud, like, aha moment. You can see that I'm adding a window. Similar rules apply. Remember, you can only go up and down, left and right, or toward a vanishing point. You'll find that most of the time you're going to go up and down and toward a vanishing point. Let's put another window over here. Just for fun. Pew! Just for fun. You don't have to do this part, but I do want you to draw at least 6 cubes in space. I'll do 3 of them with you. Alright, pretty cool, right? It looks more realistic when you put a little shadow in there. Cool. Maybe you got some mountains in the background. Remember, mountains get darker as they're toward your eye and lighter as they get further away. So things that are further away are always lighter. Things that are closer to your eye are darker. Maybe you got some clouds in the sky. Because of atmospheric perspective, that's a fancy word. And just for fun, let's put a sidewalk in here. We got a sidewalk coming out of nowhere. Oh snap. Keep it simple for now. Pretty interesting, pretty fun. I love this stuff. I hope you like it too. I'm going to shade this side a little bit, smudge it out. Yeah, why not? Fun. So this is us below the horizon line with a tilt. This is us at a horizon line. And lastly, let's go ahead and do one above. We're going to go dot, dot. Give your vanishing points on the edge of your page. Let's go ahead and throw in 1, 2, and 3 lines. Notice I'm going about the width of my ruler. Put a dot toward the top. Okay. Let's go ahead and play some laser tag. Pew! I'm going to get real light beyond these lines. And I'm just setting up my shape. Pew! Get real light. Oops. Over here. Erase that a little bit. I'm building my airplane or initial shape. Let's go about 2 fingers down. Give it a dot. And play laser tag. Pew! Okay. And pew! When I first start doing this, practice making your initial 1, 2, 3 lines a little bit longer than you expect. Okay. This is the fun part. We're going to go to our opposite. That's the rule of the game. You got to switch it up once you initially set up your cube shape. And I'm going to go pew! And then I'm going to go to the other side, to my opposite, and go pew! And, oh my jeepers, you got yourself a floating cube in space. Or maybe it is on some type of stand here. Maybe it's an old beach house. Maybe it's a lifeguard station. I don't know. I'd like to be at a beach right now. So I'm going to draw a beach house. And that's my scoop. I want you to play around with this and experiment. You don't have to do these extra little details. But I would like you to draw at least 4 panels. Draw 3 like me. 1 free draw. Do whatever you want over here. And put at least 6 cubes in here. 10 if you're really strutting your stuff. And thanks for tuning in. Here's your daily drawing session with Mr. Matty, and I hope you enjoyed yourself. Have a wonderful day. Hit me up if you have any questions.